Speaking of which, man, speaking of Compton, we'll keep it Compton, keep it West Coast. What you think about the game's new song, produced by Hit Boy, Violence?
I wasn't overly impressed with it. I thought it was dope. There was two things that stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
A, how many MCs in this day and era are going to drop their single, so to speak, which I don't even know how that exists anymore, and it's just them. That's the first thing that I noticed. It's just him. And here's the second thing that I noticed. He's the most underrated song closer ever. He is an MC. And Jay-Z is just like this. I would actually think Jay might be the best at this, actually. Game is a great, great song closer. As in his third verse, oftentimes, is the best verse on the song. That is hard to do. That is like...
He picks up steam, definitely. But
Okay,
this
Mike,
is the guy who did 400 bars.
Mike, you go to the gun range and you shoot enough clips, it ain't got shit to do with your aim. Your hand and your shoulders might hurt a little bit after a while from firing the clip so much.
Right.
So your aim not going to be the same. Like, you might have hit the bullseye right there, but you done let off about 5 or 6 rounds, and your hand ain't the same. Your handle ain't the same. That nigga handle will be increasing on the third verse. Kind of like, I mean, and not to this level, but you know how it seems like certain players get better in the fourth quarter because they're special? Well, he has that about his third verse capability. We don't get to hear enough artists do 3-verse songs to even know if they got it like that. But he got it like that because I can go to points on almost all of his albums where I'm like, go look at that third verse right there.
You know what? 3 verses is a lost art, honestly. LP says the game uses names like a punctuation mark.
He doesn't really. No. That some of that is conjecture now at this point. He doesn't do that with He doesn't do that with the veracity or the velocity that he used to. So that's not totally accurate.
I think he kind of just does that now to kind of troll the rest of the people who expect it. Seek says Pac overall is the greatest rapper of all time. He has the best 3-album run of all time. You can make an argument for each one of those being his best.
I love Pac. That's not true.
I think All Eyes on Me is his best to me, but I understand it. But like you said, you can make an argument for it. All right, this is what I want to say about the game song Violence. I thought that the snippet was more impressive than the full song, but I liked the song. I thought it was a good song, and it makes me look forward to the album and everything that is coming forth, with that. But it's not one of those things where it's like, yo, man, that was a banger. I got to play that again.
Okay, so...
Sounds like an album song, kind of.
It does sound like an album song. You took the words right out of my mouth, actually. I was like, this feels more like an album track.
Yeah.
But here's my thing even with that. So listen to what I'm about to say. Do either one of those Black Thought and Danger Mouse songs sound like singles of you, or do they sound like album tracks too? How stellar are those songs?
That's true.
So what I heard was that the album, just based on that, I mean, this is just me. Well, I've heard those 2 Black Thought songs, okay? The game said he had album of the year. Not according to what I just heard, though.
Well, Tom Brady said Pusha T had album of the year, too.
According, don't that Black Thought, when you heard No Gold Teeth, and when you heard, what is it, Just Because, like when you hear him, you're just like, oh no, I feel like this could be album of the year stuff coming. The game's record doesn't make you feel that way, but it's a dope record.
Yeah, it's a dope record.
It's a dope record.
Katie says, complaining about the game name dropping is like complaining about Pusha T rapping about Coke too much. That's the thing, and that's his thing, and he leans to it to troll haters. In speaking of Pusha T, Tom Brady said Pusha T has album of the year.
I'm tired of like the Pusha T cocaine talk. It's like some of my favorite rappers have been talking about cocaine longer than Pusha T because they were around before Pusha T.
This is what I'm gonna say.
I was listening to Purple Tape 2 the other day, Mike. I was like, no. These my niggas right here. They on that 95 Purple Tape shit. That precedes Pusha T.
This is what I'm going to say.
Doing a little Jay Dilla and Raekwon and Ghostface with some brick talk. You ain't gonna take no Ghost and Ray brick talk with Dilla doing the beat. Yes, you are. Rapper stepping to me. They want a brick, son. I'm the chef. My price is 26. No, nigga, you riding to that shit like I am. Shut up.
No, I feel that, but see, this is my only thing, Coop.
So sick
and
of
I gotta be honest.
Brick talk, nigga. Even Dilla doing brick talk. Stop that.
Coop, I gotta be honest though, Coop. I gotta be honest. I saw a clip or a photo or whatever. I think it was he was performing at something in the water, and it was like he was performing where he had like a bunch of fake cocaine on stage, and it's like it becomes a bit much. You know what I mean? Like even the performances where, you know, it's snowing, and I'm a Pusha T fan. You know, we share a birthday, all that. It's one of my favorite MCs. I think that coining yourself as this, number one, limits you as an MC, and it allows others to put you in that box where you're not able to stand with the greats that you should be able to stand with. And that's the only thing I have a problem with. I think that it's overblown at this stage.
I get what you're saying, and I think here's where here's the thing with the former manager really starts coming into play. Will him outing it like that change the perspective of everything? Okay? Like, it's been Pusha T's talk. I don't think people understand how powerful Brambleton is. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's not a record like that that's ever been made in rap. Okay? Where a guy is... I mean, people understand this. It's like, no, this shit is real. He's St. Mike. You would pay 16. I would pay 18. When I paid 22, still was a great thing. Like, no. That's different talk. That's the humility coming with it. That's a guy saying, no. I wasn't the boss, but stop acting like I wasn't right there.
Mm-hmm.
Who was with you down them hallways pacing? Because the feds watching the things that we chasing, not you. You get what I'm saying? And so he feels violated publicly in a way that a rapper has never been violated about this talk. Mike, you don't talk like this. You don't. This shit get your ass murdered. Like, I really don't know how to say it. You get your ass murdered talking the way the dude talk. But he was also the one that was running the organization, so it's different. And so Pusha probably feels tired in a couple ways. It's like, well, he was the one running the organization. And listen to what I mean. He feels some type of way. I told you how I feel about Hell Hath No Fury, right? You know why I feel that way, Mike? It's the first album that I heard since Reasonable Doubt where I was like, oh no, they not lying and they in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they in trouble about how they talking because, well, if you're an intelligent person and you know some of the things that I know, it's like, oh shit, I hope the police ain't listening to this shit. Because it's like that on that album. I keep telling you, the album starts off with Pusha T talking about a 411 Cuban helped us weather the storm. That's not normal talk. You don't talk like that on record. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's super, super, super personal on another level in terms of how that rhetoric goes. But since all of that has happened, he's like, well, fuck it. Everybody knows. I'm past the legal statute of limitation on this. He's already been locked up. My rhetoric on Hell Hath No Fury has something to do with him being locked up. You feel me? So there's the guilt about it, and then there's the ambiguous side of it, of feeling guilty because your talk is part of what got him locked up, but his behavior has you outed. What do you do? Do you stick to your guns or do you turn a new leaf? Well, he stuck to his guns, and so I'm not totally mad at it because, well, that's hustler shit.
Michael Holmes
that's
with the super
real hustler shit. He's like, no. Since the nigga want to talk about me live in public, and since everybody really know what it is, and since it's past the statute of limitation legally, well, let's go. Because talking about it when it wasn't past the statute of limitation is how we got here. All right.
Michael Holmes with the super chat says, can we get a Nas versus Big mock versus?
I don't want to do that to Nas.
I'll take Big.
I was going to say, I'll take Nas if you want me to. I'm not excited about that.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm just being honest with you because, Mike, you're going to play some bangers and I'm going to be like, oh, I'm stuck because Biggie's bangers are lyrical.
Yep.
Like, One More Chance? What? Nas has nothing for One More Chance. Or Juicy.
Yeah.
Or Big Papa. Can I interest you in Get Money or Players Anthem? What does Nas have for these records? Because these are great lyrical performances too on these records.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what if he starts playing the what? I mean, I'm gonna take life. You get what I'm saying? It's a problem.
I would love to choose Biggie's 20 songs. Katie says, violence felt. Hold on one second. He said, violence felt like Let the Smoker Shine the Coupe. Both have amazing beats, but Game and Pusha could have rapped a little harder. Still a great record.
I don't agree. I want to tell you the beautiful thing about Pusha T's album and why I'm really upset with Pharrell and with Kanye. Extremely great rappers sometimes can't do what Pusha T just did on this album, and that's use his voice like an instrument. I'm going to go to the highest level of a rapper using his voice like an instrument in terms of how it reflects production-wise what's going on. Now, the production on Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em is not as memorable as the first two albums, though, is it?
No, it's not. But the rhymes.
But the way that he is rhyming and using his voice is truly something special to behold now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's exactly what... Like, okay, so let's go back to Brambleton right quick again.
Well, I love the beat for Ghetto, but yeah.
No, yeah. Ghetto, Mahogany. James Brown samples again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to Brambleton again. Are you listening to the chords that Pusha T is losing? They're going boom on Brambleton. Boom. Mm-hmm. So you hear Pusha T. This is another great third verse finisher. Mike, he starts vocally using his voice to go with the boom. It was said watching Vlad interviews. Boom. He's literally using the same vocal pitch, tone, wordplay to go with it. Channeled it through me. Only about you. Boom. Godfather 2. Boom. It fits in vocally with the rhythm and the sound, syncopization of the music and the beat to the actual artist's voice. It's literally fucking genius. But because the beats aren't where they're supposed to be, you're not really hearing it. Jay-Z and Rakim do this supremely. So does Pusha T.
Good point. Do you want to go to... Oh, speaking of which, I want to talk about the Lupe record.
Get Down. I played Get Down in the Jay-Z mock verses. It did not go well. It's definitely not going to go well against Biggie.
So what do you think about...
Not flying with Jay. It's not going to.
What do you think about Lupe Fiasco's Drill Music in Zion record?
I think it's the best single he's released. I think it's the best song he's made in like quite some time. Like, I hate to bring up that Game comment on Dollar a Dream where he's like, I stayed the same, ain't go weird like Lupe. I be kind of feeling that way sometimes. Like, I know cats in here love Lupe, but look here. Don't tell me he's made a better song than this in the last 3 years. Don't you do that shit.
Well, I didn't love the record that he put out. Well, it's on this album, the one he put out a couple of weeks ago.
I didn't love... That's what I'm saying. Like, no, don't tell me this isn't the best thing that he's done in some time.
No, but this record, though.
No, this record is fire.
Yeah, Lupe's getting down on it.
This record is fire. It's like, oh, this album is only 10 songs? The first song was like, you're out of album of the year contention. The second song was like, and you're right back in.
Yeah, Autobot, I wasn't a big fan of it.
Yeah, you can keep that.
But this record?
This right here. This is a song of the year contender. This might be the best song of the year so far.
You know what? I was just about to say that.
When I heard it, I was like, this might be the best rap song this year so far.
It's up there.
I mean, just inherently when you hear it, don't you feel like it has a more all-time classic vibe than Johnny P's Caddy, which I know has been getting a lot of love for Song of the Year?
Yeah. He's rapping, let's just keep it real. He's rapping better than they rapped on Johnny P's Caddy, too. And that's just, I mean, that's saying a lot. He sounds good on this, man. We're going to have to listen to that. Listen to it again.
No. I refuse to disrespect J. Cole again.
No. I ain't going to disrespect J. Cole.
No. I'm not disrespecting him anymore until people provide me with evidence.
Okay. Well, Lupe's album is dropping Friday, so we're going to be talking about that.
Evidence.